All right, my friends, here we go. And so we begin the first phase of malware analysis. We begin with basic static analysis of our malware samples. Now, if we break down the terminology here, basic static is going to mean we have a limited triage approach to the tools and techniques that we're using, and static meaning that we are not running the binary. So this is going to be I want you to think of this as like a first pass without actually executing or detonating the malware. And we're going to pick up maybe things that will give us key insights to what the malware could be doing. Now, in this phase, it's very early in the analysis, and we really will not be able to draw any definitive conclusions without running the binary. But I want to liken this to, let's say that you have an alien that you're performing an autopsy on, and if you just do basic static, that's like looking at the alien without actually splicing into it and saying, I know exactly what this alien does and how it functions. You can't really say that, right? But basic static would be a little bit like if you looked at the alien's antenna and said, all right, I wonder what that's for. I've noticed that this alien has some antenna on it, and maybe that's used to transmit some kind of information. And so you can begin to build out these hypotheses about what the malware could be doing. Nothing definitive, but we might be able to find a few key facts here. What I want you to do is open up to the PMAT Labs in the basic static analysis section, and we're going to go to the malware.unknown.exe.mals directory. Now, when you open this up, you will have the 7-zip and the password, which is, of course, infected. And you also have a README here. Now, remember that you should normally have the MD5 sum and the SHA-256 hash right here, but we don't have that. The README says, Analyst, we do not have the file hashes for this sample yet. Please pull the hashes and submit from the RE team. All right, so begins our first section here, and this is our basic static analysis. The first thing that we want to do is pull the file hashes of this sample. Now we open up and we punch in our standard infected password, and we have the malware.unknown.exe.mals sample right here. Now, we don't actually have to arm this sample yet. If we're in basic static analysis, we don't have to make this executable because we will not be running this binary. Now, the first thing we want to do is collect one of the two file hashes that I like to collect, which is the SHA-256 sum. And so you can type in SHA-25 and hit tab autocomplete on Flare. It should get you to the executable. And then following that, we will give the name of the sample, which is malware.unknown.exe.mals, and we hit enter. And we'll take this and we will copy this down into our notes. And we can put this into a text file for now, but what we will want to do is copy that out to our physical notes that we have out on our host operating system. If we have the first file hash, we will then pull the MD5 sum. And same thing, malware.unknown.exe.mals. And same deal, we can take this and we can copy this out. Excellent. So we now have two pieces of information that we can use to fingerprint this sample, the SHA-256 sum and the MD5 sum. And this is going to be important for the next section, so meet me in the next video where we talk about submitting these to virus databases and seeing if this sample has been seen in the wild before.